Earthlings, wisdom keepers, wisdom seekers. Welcome back to Wisdom Dropz, your source for daily drops of wisdom and savvy cat astrology. I'm experimenting with my meow because I've been a little streaky lately on my mewing. You know what I'm saying? So with that said, welcome back. Welcome back. And if you are new here, be sure to subscribe. I do put up a video literally every single day of the week. And for those rare occasions I miss, I put up other amounts of videos on the remaining days. So with that said, today's topic is the top 5 ways that you can tell that a Scorpio is vibrating at their higher vibrations, not their lower vibrations. No. That is going to be other videos that you can watch to talk about the high and the low levels. This video is how to assess, am I dealing with a Sith or am I dealing with a Jedi? You know what I'm saying, astrology crew? Hit that like button, make sure it turns blue by the time you leave it. And with that said, let's jump into it. The first telltale sign is that they will not hurt people willy-nilly. So, and the caveat is, if they accidentally do hurt people, they'll do something to distinctly make up for it at a later time. Or they'll be like somehow transforming of that. So you'll be able to see that right away. So if a Scorpio is of a lower vibration, they're going to be stingy and like trying to cause pain and trying to cause people pain. But a high vibe Scorpio is like somebody who is not trying to cause you pain by being actually hitting your wounds. Now, a high vibe Scorpio is always going to be in the process of leveling you up if they care about you and what's before them. That's another caveat till the end, but we ain't going to get there yet. The first sign is that, again, they won't hurt people willy-nilly, like just taking out their sword and like severing a head all willy-nilly off of somebody. They won't do that shit. That's not high vibe Scorpio. Unless they need to. That's the other caveat. 2 caveats on that. Unless they need to. Because of course they can and they sometimes need to. Like people sometimes need to be told to get the F up out of your like whole sphere in a, or hopefully, rare occasion, but nonetheless. Now, number 2, they move it, insert whatever word makes sense to you, to an optimum good. So they're always like leveling up, okay? So, and they're going towards an optimum good in this process. It is the phoenix, it is this regenerator, you know what I mean? And from that phoenix, the ashes, arises this need in a good Scorpio, for lack of a better word, a higher vibrating Scorpio, if you will, somebody more in tune with their spiritual energies at a higher level, in tune with their own self-analysis and being really honest with themselves and like figuring out what they need to kind of adjust or tweak or work on. That type of Scorpio is never going to be out there not moving things to the highest good. Whenever that type of high vibe Scorpio is out there moving things, it's always going to be to the highest and greatest of their personal good. And that brings us to sign number 3, that they are on their higher path and that this is a high vibe Scorpio you're dealing with. This is going to have an impact to a lot of you. I think that you'd be like, duh, but it's not a telltale sign. So I just want to be real clear. I put it as number 3, but number 4 and 5 are going to be like way more clarifying. Number 3 is that they have some sort of affinity or knowledge of the healing and occult arts. Now, you can have a knowledge and an affinity of the occult arts and be associated with the dark side of that. And dark, not in the case of occult meaning hidden dark, but dark being like for manipulative, low vibe, not groovy forces, okay? And that, my friends, is not what high vibe Scorpios beyond. High vibe Scorpios are only using that healing spiritual occult stuff for the highest good in themselves and others. They're doing the meditations, they're doing the trance, whatever meditation prayer thing. They're doing like the ritual, you know what I'm saying? That's like some type of deep mystic transforming through the dark kind of like vibes, because it does associate with the shaman. So, but let's move forward. Number 4 is that they themselves continually level up, and I mean in their entire structure of all that is their life. So the unfathomable thing to people who are not Scorpio, like ascendant, sun, or moon placements, usually about Scorpios, is that they don't understand how in the world that person before them that they're meeting in this day and age is the person that went through all of X, Y, and Z and element and P that got them to the place that they currently are in time. That is so hard for a Scorpio, a non-Scorpio rather, to understand. And that's, again, the high vibe Scorpios. They themselves level up. Low vibe Scorpios, yo, I'm going to tell you the quickest way. This is so easy. It came out now in the video, and now y'all are blessed. Those of you who are, you know, dedicated to growing your knowledge and love my content for that reason, you're going to get a free gift then in knowing as well that this is the easiest telltale sign to see if a Scorpio is low vibe. If a Scorpio is low vibe, and again, not mutually exclusive or whatever, I'm just trying to say it's not trying to cover everything, is what I'm trying to say by that. Like, this one thing doesn't tell you everything, you got to look at other things. But 9 times out of 10, yo, if that Scorpio is not leveling themselves up, like in life, like in general, like their whole life, like if they don't have some trauma response backstory, if they didn't ever bounce back from that experience, if they didn't ever like went forward and moved into like a higher knowing and therefore a higher kind of like level of energy frequency, if you want to think of it in those terms, maybe. But like the idea being, y'all, like low vibe Scorpios, they aren't concerned with leveling up. Low vibe Scorpios are concerned with violating other people's sexual rights. Low vibe Scorpios are concerned with like really abusing people. You know what I mean? At like a not cool level. So that, my friends, you know, that's how you're going to tell the difference, one of the ways. And they don't, not to say all low vibe Scorpios are like that, what I just said, but 9 times out of 10 low vibe Scorpios are, and that's why they get such a bad fucking rep for the rest of us, because they're out here like doing stupid shit, like violating people's rights and being all fucking pervy and extra in like a not cool way at all. And then everybody else is like, Scorpios are horny and fucking terrible people. And it's like, dude, sometimes horny, terrible people literally are Scorpio energy because it rules the highest and lowest energies of the zodiac, and therefore it's gonna rule those scuzzbag assholes. You know what I mean? It's absolutely gonna rule over those scuzzbag assholes, and that's the darkness, and that's the depth behind the sign, and it's the real can't, you know, not deal with that sort of situation. Scorpionic energy is the polarization, and that's what we repeatedly see in astrological texts. That's what we repeatedly understand today in modern astrology. Okay, through this idea of the Mars Pluto rulership in modern astrology, right? And in the ancient world, you know, Pluto is not necessarily associated in astrology with the sign of Scorpio per se in the ancient world, as you know, we didn't so-called discover or didn't use Pluto as a planetary object till much later, which is so fascinating to me because they say, you know, the energy it doesn't really kind of land. I'm not gonna get in that point. This is a top 5 video. We're gonna move forward. So the whole idea, y'all, is that this Scorpio energy is like very about leveling up. And if they ain't leveling up, if they ain't Plutoing you to the next level, because Pluto is the underworld and he can make all sorts of type of volcano and stuff happen. You know, like Kalima, the volcano goddess, she lives inside the volcano and she emerges as lava, you know what I mean, from magma. And she is the fucking volcano, you know what I mean? Like she is that force of nature. So it's like, this is the nature of Scorpio, and it will go low when it goes low, and when it goes high, it will go high. So every high vibe Scorpio that you personally know, they are indeed leveling up. If you reflect over any high vibe Scorpio that you know in your life, you can say right now, any high vibe Scorpio in your mind, right? Ask yourself, are they leveling up? The answer is going to be yes, they're leveling up. The answer is going to be yes, because they're a high vibe Scorpio. And the last and final top 5 indicator that you're going to know that this is a high vibe Scorpio you're dealing with, not a Sith, is that they help you level up. Because real Scorpios, that's so like absolutely against my last video I just posted, which y'all should check, talking about astrological bias and, you know, imposing our own stuff onto signs rather than using it as learning opportunities, as I think that larger third collective I spoke of in that video does. We refer back to our communities for information and experience, and part of our lives are just that, you know what I mean? So anyway, like this video brought you value. Thank you so much to everybody who, you know, got value out of this content. Listen to the end. If you listen to the end, give me a green heart so I know you was here, because that's cute like that. And with that said, through next time, until next time, may the stars be with you. Peace.